83.5 million daily active users, and those users can either choose to play games made by other users or they can create their own games. Joining us now live from the Roblox headquarters in San Mateo, California, in a Fox Business exclusive is Roblox founder and CEO David Baszucki. David, so what do you think of Microsoft's, is it a shot across the bow in a way? I mean, they're entering a territory that you have been in and are entering as well when it comes to AI and morphing it with game creation.
Hey, Liz, first, thanks for having me on the show. Really a big fan. And this is so big and so interesting. As you mentioned, Roblox is a platform, and we have the big goal of having 10% of all the world's video games running on the platform. Part of that is how do we build really interesting and exciting video games? And right now we have quite a few creators. We're in the midst of developing what we call a 3D foundational model. That is a model where literally if you or I describe an object or even a game that we would like to see on Roblox, you're going to see a first version of that emerge. And just as we've seen text and video and audio, ultimately, video games are going to be created by AI. We have such a large community and so much 3D data. We're going to be launching the first version of this in Q1 of this year.
And what will the AI platform, at least embedded in your platform, what will it allow people to do exactly?
Well, we've been innovating on AI for over 4 years. So we have over 200 AI models running on Roblox right now. We have predominantly used it for safety and civility and moderation. What you'll be able to do in a Roblox experience, a couple things. One, many of us have watched Project Runway and maybe dreamed about being good at designing clothes and using a sewing machine. Ultimately, we believe many of us will be able to design clothes in Roblox by talking about the clothes, which is going to really make creativity accessible for many, many more of us. Also, many of us would like to interact with historical characters. And once again, we're going to provide both 3D creation as well as character creation for anyone building an experience on Roblox. We just think it's going to expand creativity amongst all of our, as you mentioned, tens of millions of daily users.
I get it, expanding creativity, and there's room in the world for everybody, but there is only room at the top for one. So how do you battle the Microsofts of the world, not to mention the Take-Two Interactives? Their Grand Theft Auto 6 is going to enable people to jump in and start tweaking the game just like Microsoft's Muse is and what you're trying to do. So how do you make your platform more accessible, more interesting, and more sexy to people?
Yeah, I want to highlight just some fun highlights about the Roblox platform. We have tens and tens of millions of experiences running on our platform, and this scans the gamut all the way from sports games. So we just had NFL Universe, a new fully licensed NFL experience, hit our top 25.
Sure.
We just had SpongeBob, sponsored by Paramount, hit our top 25. We're seeing, really our vision is this type of 3D immersion is used for play, for brands, for interacting with things. Interesting fact, 5 of the top 10 movies in 2024 had brand experiences on our platform. So Roblox is really unique in being a platform that many, many people use to create an enormous variety of experiences on the platform. And we saw that in Q4 with some of our growth numbers. You know, in Q4, our revenue was up 32% year on year.
I know. You think I didn't see that? It's been unbelievable. And also, you know, your most recent earnings report, let's talk about bookings really quickly. 2025, you expect between 5.2 billion and 5.3 billion. The midpoint is slightly below what analysts were looking for. I know the 3-year picture, which is what we like to look at, is really inspiring. You continue to see massive growth. But do you see anything in the short term that looks like a headwind to you?
We see tailwinds, and we see more and more creators building a variety of experiences on the platform. We see tailwinds on older users, which is growing north of 25% year on year. We see tailwinds in enormous countries with enormous users like India, which is growing over 50% year on year, both for users and hours. We see tailwinds in some of the top gaming countries like Japan. which is growing over 50% year on year. So we're really optimistic about the future. And if we run the numbers, 10% of the gaming market space today is about $18.7 billion. That's the trajectory we're on.
I take that trajectory. It's good to see you. I know that you've got this SEC investigation. You're part of an active investigation. Bloomberg was reporting this. Before we go, I just got to ask, is there any insight you can give us on that?
I wouldn't comment on the investigation. I would comment that we run an extremely tight ship here at Roblox, and we're really proud about everything we're doing.
David, please come back to tell us everything you are going to do. And I want to see how the AI rollout works.
It's going to be awesome. Thank you for having me.
Great to have you. Thank you so much.